Christopher's going to show you his belly because he doesn't look sick.
All right, I guess. Yeah.
How many surgeries have you undergone up to this point?
I've gone through over 20 major surgeries, and I've had like little ones that you've seen in the pictures.
And that since before your first birthday?
No.
Today, just recently, we've undergone surgeries to keep his pressure's really high, so he bleeds a lot, so they have to go in and fix him all the time. The last big one he had was from here to here, and it was about 3 years ago.
This week, we had a story where we were looking at courageous spirits and how important it is to have heroes who are role models for us. And we'd like to say that you are very much a courageous spirit, Kristopher. And thank you very much for being out here.
Thanks very much.
Thank you so much.
I want to welcome everybody to the very first Student Council-sponsored assembly this year. We're going to get the assembly started in just a moment. I just wanted to let all of you know that myself and the executive have just spent probably one of the most significant hours in our lives up to this point, because we've met a person who truly is a hero, an inspiration, and a very courageous and amazing young man. That you people are by far the most well-behaved. And I know there's at least 105 of you who have questions, and you people know who you are. To our special guest and everything kind of that he's been going through up to this point. I would ask that you remain quiet during the video, and when the video is over we will do some more formal introductions, and then, as you're all aware, there will be some time for questions. So keep in mind that the questions that we want you to ask are significant questions, and questions that have a purpose, and questions that we're going to learn something from. So, I'll stop talking now. Know some things about Kristopher. We've had some announcements made, and I know your homeroom reps have brought something to class to share with you. So, the introduction that the executive will make is kind of a summary of what you've already heard. So, I'm going to pass the mic over to Sarah, and they will give the introduction, and then we'll meet our guest of honor.
Today, I would like to introduce all of you to a very brave and determined man, Kristopher Knowles.
On January 8th, Chris and his team began a cross-Canada journey. His journey has taken him to over 150 towns and cities in Canada.
Chris and his team represent a foundation called Step by Step. The mission and goal is to bring awareness to all Canadians about the need for organ donorship.
Kris himself is in need of an organ transplant. However, despite his own health problems, Kris has undertaken this huge mission because he wants to save all the people on the transplant list. Today we are going to learn how we can help Kristopher achieve his dream. I am proud to formally introduce Kristopher Knowles. He's not going to talk until you ask questions, and I just told him back that there were 105 of you who had questions. But just to clarify, the lease rule. Yeah! Did you notice the t-shirt in the video? Yeah, I just wanted to say that. I knew someone was going to ask the question, so I thought I'd answer it for Kris. Right, Jonathan? So if any of you 105 have questions that you would like to ask, you can stand and kind of project your voice so we can hear them, and Kristopher will answer them. Or his road manager. Okay. Well, I sort of don't really have a favorite place, but I think the whole Maritimes has been the best so far. I started on January 8th in my hometown, Sarnia, Ontario. I'll be finishing in Toronto, Ontario on December 17th. Favorite food, but the best restaurant was Jungle Jim's. Do you ever eat that? About 4 years ago, I met my road manager, Marcello. I'm walking away right now. He received a liver in 95, and he walked across Canada in 2000, and he came to my town, Sarnia, Ontario, and sure enough, he wanted, and sure enough, I got inspired, and I asked him if I could eat something.